imagined your sister would have sided with the Abyss. Well, keep your chin up. Paimon believes in both of you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Right? She said we needed to reach the end of our journey. Paimon bets she still has lots more to tell us. And we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going. Then Paimon will be sure to keep up the good work. Although, where should we go next? Oh, you mean the god that took your sister away in the first place? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all... Ooh, Paimon supports that idea. Just the thought of it's so satisfying. Well, we've ruled out 2 gods so far, the Animo and Geo-Archons. So, next... Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhongli said it was a closed nation. Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already! Atsuko in Lua Harbor! She's from Inazuma! Let's see what she has to say!
So many regrets.
Welcome to Satisfaction guaranteed.
Life goes on.
Time to go.
Oh, protect us. Guys.
This is so dull.
Oh. Hello. Oh, I mean good fortune, right? I'm still learning to talk like a local. Is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well, there is a way,
Great! We came to the right person!
but the chance of success is incredibly small.
Huh. Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of me, and my pursuers were close on my tail. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and fresh water supplies soon ran out, and I remember getting to the point, but to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. Or to put it another way, that's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale must be a sign that
What a horrible journey!
well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted approval process, and I felt like I didn't belong there.
Kanjo Commission?
Along with the other 2 commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose they're equivalent to the 8 trades under the Liu Chising. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed centrally on Rito upon arrival. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule. Loyal, yet unfeeling. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all hope for the... What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should... You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed, and even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the...
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be but if you really are set on
The raft idea sounds a little...
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences.
But it's an armed fleet, right?
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade their captain, the Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyun Stone Fort.
Then there's no time to...
Taking a stroll in the middle of a downpour certainly rouses the spirit. But it's best to dry your clothes as soon as possible after the rain stops. Compared to the storms I've encountered out at sea, this is really quite tame. One with nature. Into the wind. Follow the wind.
The waves are as calm as always.
Who have we got here? Wait, I know you. You're that traveler, aren't you? Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remarkable skill has saved Liyue, she said. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember thinking at the time that it'd be good to meet you in person. Judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing, I guess that time has come.
Hey! The name's not Floating Thing! It's Paimon!
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... yes, the stars.
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet.
I prefer other means of entertainment. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
Oh, I can't argue with that. Okay then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance to perform.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily, especially seeing as our great hero here might be in attendance.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify, by great hero, do you mean...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it? The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase their talents. There are two important rules. One, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability, not just people taking part for the fun of it. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. Two, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little one-sided. You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurking around in Liyue. And with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads. I think we can expect a healthy turnout this time.
But we didn't come here to take part in a martial arts tournament.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is particularly sought after. Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to them.
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light remains. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well...
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is organizing the clash is my way of So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect...
Yeah, we're interested...
Inazuma?
Well, why didn't you say so? In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless vision, or a ticket to Inazuma...
You just want...
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be.
What are we gonna do?
Great. Then...
It seems like it will only be a matter of... Time to go. Time to go.
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beto said that they had to be renowned fight. Hello? Are you here to compete in...
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. Then it'll allow just anyone to take part. The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Nobody wants to...
yeah.
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Chihu Rock Freestyle...
Uh-huh.
What? You... Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. I planted a left hook on. I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade. I'm not saying I came out complete.
Uh-huh. But for us,
I'll see you in the arena.
Hi there. Are you here for the Crux Clash too?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your skills. That's what our master taught us. But this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice. It's also a chance for us to obtain the masterless vision.
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly become our master's top students.
This master of yours must be pretty incredible, huh? Are they someone famous?
Famous? He's the founder of the Lingshan clan. You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. He's got to be a Grand Master or something. To the Lingshan clan,
Forced to
it's a type of breathing exercise. For example, our master can use...
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a finger.
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to
We're clearly...
There's a tuition fee?
Of course. This is a Grand Master we're talking about here.
But here we are, having trained under him Recently, though, we heard that...
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too...
Well, we have to try something.
Exactly. Folks will come from far and wide.
See you in the...
Time to go. Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash too? If so, seems I found...
So you're also here for...
You better believe it. I wouldn't... For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece in the No. It's not about what I want to do. I know how that sounds, but let me... I've passed every in most people's eyes, a vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage. Of course, I also put in a few good dates. You don't... Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's just...
Jinx the
really
Village arm
average.
wrestling champion, huh? Next, please. What's your name? Wait, did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they trying...
I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight off that ancient... Oh, it's really him!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder...
I trust you are aware that, only those without visions can enter the tournament? Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are...
Yep, he still doesn't have a vision, though.
My apologies. It's just a formality for you, of course, but so far I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah, also don't forget to mention that the previous battles include...
Whoa.
Might as well declare him the champion.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw...
Okay, that's plenty. Right, you're a great hero such as yourself.
Oh, we're not here...
There's another prize, too?
Beto must have upped the stakes this time.
But why would anyone want to go...
I see. So, I take it you'd... Well, I'm sure a great hero... Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin.
Hey, so Paimon thinks even though you don't have a vision, so Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. You know, just to avoid any In any case, looking at the competition, all right, it's...
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready? Good. Then please...
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His first bout begins now!
You? You're the hero they're talking about? How am I supposed to win now?
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
I knew I wouldn't regret So, what do you think, Kazuha?
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint, as if to protect the opponent from serious harm.
Well, I've fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the show he put on just now, he's more than convinced me of his ability. So come on, we all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't you spare a word or two to congratulate our up-and-coming champion?
All right. Let me think how to aptly phrase these words of praise. You fought well.
All right then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun, but I guess I shouldn't put you on the spot like that. You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liyue's hero was entering the tournament. And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. I'm sure lots of them are here to find out how they stack up against you. Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, I figure I should start treating you that way too. For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. Not to mention, you must be itching to fight someone in your league too, right? So, I'm putting you straight through to the semifinals.
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers. Seems like a crazy system if we just skip straight to the semifinals.
This is how Captain Beto works. You won't. Besides, at your level...
Huh. To be
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. We're finally here, folks. The real
Your opponent has... You may well be stronger than him, but this should not... Very well.
All right, that's enough.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has quickly become the dark horse of the tournament. I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that you make sure you are fully prepared before you begin.
Relax. My guy's at the
Okay, follow me.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
Pretty good. I'm sweating all over. It's a good feel. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train harder.
Right. For a moment there, if you had a vision, you'd definitely be one.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're... But mine? I lost interest eventually. I fought and won against Vision.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on...
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against other fighters and see who was the strongest. Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's outcome. I don't often have the pleasure of experiencing defeat.
Wow! Now that's true strength talk.
If you have the chance in the future, please come.
By the way, do you know who...
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't... So don't get...
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about her.
Ah, it's you! I watched your match. I myself was eliminated in the 3rd round.
Maybe next time, huh?
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. I faltered for but a brief moment. Given my stature, I have no Still, I'm sure he'll be no... He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, why didn't you dodge? But he was pretty much out cold by that point and couldn't reply. Why don't you dodge, they ask. Because... Don't even get me started. I don't dare tell my master about... Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you.
Oh.
Thanks, I'll do...
We still haven't got any useful information yet.
You gave an outstanding performance. Truly commendable. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind, and it could have cost you the match. But you were quick to adapt, and managed to claim victory over your opponent. That is a most invaluable skill. In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath your feet, and the pattern of your breathing. But it is nothing remarkable.
He's right. I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you.
We wanted to ask about...
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily strong. As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies... What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
If that is the case, then I haven't properly introduced myself yet.
Yeah, we could tell that.
It is true that I am versed both. I do not mean to flaunt my martial. Given your talents...
Hang on. Don't you think you're
Gathering intelligence is... Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles.
You bet... wait a second. We never told you that we...
However, there is only... Come with me. Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements, and not just a single element, but
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we met. You've known all along.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say, it would cause some unwanted misunderstandings. If I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given... When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic symbolism at play. I mean these things in the truest sense possible. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. I hear the breath of the wind, and the whispers of the leaves. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you. Nothing more.
As crazy as all that sounds, Somehow Paimon still believes you.
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible feats. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision. And not to mention your incredibly complex scent, like that of some mysterious being.
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell! It's weird!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? Extraordinary. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy and even wield it in combat?
Aw, it's nothing really. Paimon just told them whatever came to mind. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, he just naturally learned to use the elements through it all. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all works.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the visions they grant. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Perhaps it may yet reveal something to me. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. Now then, let's test your skills, shall we?
Let the show begin.
Go. Wind Strider. Your skills in battle. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his opponents. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect, please, save your thanks. If anything, the world is a true...
You seem kind of obsessed with vision.
I desire to know what influences the god... My apologies for allowing me the honor of witnessing your... So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, visions are a gift bestowed by in the outset. Not to mention...
She sounds less...
As far as I know, Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within... It goes without saying that the people locked within...
Sounds a lot...
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, if you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand... Ah!
Oh, right!
If you have no other matters to attend to, very well. Time to go. Time to go.
Why isn't he? Never mind. We can start by making... Everyone, listen up! We've reached the climb. We've seen many exciting... Now, I'd like to introduce... He strikes feet...
Wow!
I'm sure everyone witnessed... But today's fun... As for our other combatant...
Oh, come on, what could...
Apologies! Everyone just sit tight! We've got no other choice.
Wait a moment. Captain Beidou, perhaps we should Traveler.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody...
We don't know when it was taken. I never thought that someone here would have the gut.
No need to worry. Even the craftiest... The vision was the prize...
Well, if you I'll stay here and try to offer some
If you would, please come with me.
But
Come with me. I can s...
a wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see, shortly.
Can't run from
Oh,
death.
protect us.
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Nice.
Wind strike!
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back. Wind strike!
The hunting. The wrong test subject. The hunting.
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught up to me!
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Oh, I get it. Your vision. Drat! If I only had a vision! Or if I could activate...
This has nothing to do with vision. Additionally, your chosen escape... In other words...
You...
But most disappointing, it appears that the vision...
Fine! I've had my eyes on this vision.
Aha! So you...
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. But then you... After watching the semi-finals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the... Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my... After all I went through to get it? I know an empty... Fine.
You know, according to the laws of the sea...
Huh? You're not...
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match. It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word
Whoa, we don't...
I never... If this is where talking gets me, then forget...
What are you trying to do?
Let's dance. Wheel of life.
Wind strike!
Just you watch!
No!
No! Do what you want!
He had put down the vision and leave.
Huh?
What's wrong? It's up to you.
No need for that.
Huh? Paimon doesn't...
I take no pleasure in frightening others. When people are forced into a corner, that is when they're but unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes, from the moment I've tried though few tales after seeing you. Come, why don't you give it a try? I see. No matter. This was a...
Yeah, what?
The story begins. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the...
Kazuha!
All right then. It's time we return. Allow me to gather the wind.
Huh? Did Beta leave already?
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned. It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time. Captain Beto was muttering something about... But still, Captain Beto was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new chief.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's he knew he stood no chance of winning the match. In which case, the Crux...
Huh? So that... If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified.
Paimon thought we'd win.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved.
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beto is... But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. In fact,
Hold on a second.
Let us not forget, suffice it to say that if... In the meantime...
Paimon believes...
Thank you. One final word of warning.